Tom Walker just lost his home through foreclosure, but it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Hi, I'm Milt Tanzer, and I imagine you probably have seen some of my videos on YouTube, Google, and so forth, but today I want to talk to you about something a little different, something that's touched the lives of hundreds of thousands of people in this country, and that is what happens if you lose your home through foreclosure. Tom got into trouble because of it. First of all, he lost his job because of company layoffs and outsourcing. He and several other people in his company were let go. Now he realizes he's sitting on a house with a mortgage on it that he can't afford to pay. His finances are very small. He's a young guy with a wife and 2 small children, and now he is faced with mortgage payments he can't make. He made one major mistake. He failed to meet with the lender and discuss his problem. Why would you meet with the lender? What can he do? Well, here's some ideas on what you should do, whether it works or not. First of all, sit down with the lender and explain your present situation so he knows that you are in trouble and you need help. Then, what can the bank do to help you? Can they rewrite the mortgage? Maybe you're stuck with an adjustable rate mortgage and the rates have gone skyrocketing and you just can't afford the payments. Maybe they'll work on an interest-only mortgage for several months. Or better yet, maybe they'll give you a moratorium on payments for a couple of months. Keep in mind that the lender doesn't want to be in this position either. Well, Tom unfortunately didn't talk to the lender. He's lost his place. Now he needs a place to live. But again, his funds are limited. It's going to take him, he won't be able to buy a house for a while, obviously, but if he's going to have to rent. But if he rents a normal apartment someplace or a house someplace, he's going to have to come up probably with first month's rent, last month, and a security deposit. Several thousands of dollars that he probably can't afford to part with at this point. He decides to try a different approach. He finds a 4-unit apartment building that is in distressed condition. Nothing serious, things that he can fix. He's a handyman around the house and so on. He can take care of it inside and out and get it nice and rentable again. The best part is it has a 3-bedroom apartment in it that he and his wife can live in with their 2 children until they can afford to move into something better. Now the question is, how close to rent-free is he going to be able to live? He's going to be living in one of the units, which happens to be the largest one, a 3-bedroom. He located the property through his realtor, or possibly through a bank foreclosed property, or he is just plain out looking for distressed properties to find it to begin with. He gathers complete property information. He talks to the owner. He gets to look at the insides of the apartments. He looks at the outside, figures out what needs to be done improvement, repair-wise. He takes photos of the property. Now this is important, and he'll explain why later. He took the worst-looking views that he could find, inside and out. Then he prepared a property analysis. Now the analysis that he prepared is based on the programs that we offer for sale. He meets with the lender and talks about the situation that he wants to get into and how the lender has to help him. Here's page 1 of the property analysis form that comes with our program. The top section is operating expenses, what it takes to run the building. Then a paragraph or a section for financing, both existing and potential financing. And the last 2 are not going to discuss in this program because it deals with the depreciation allowance and what part of the income will be taxable. This is part 2 of the property analysis form. You'll notice at the top it shows property details, price and terms under which Tom wants to buy the property, and finally the financial analysis, the exact analysis of the property itself. And you'll notice also that it says that he will lose cash flow-wise $3,400 a year. But that's only $300 a month out of his pocket. Where else is he going to rent a place for $300 a month? You meet with the lender and show him the 2-page property analysis and details of what you want to do, but then you have to hit him with the inevitable. You don't have any cash to put into it to amount to anything. You've got to put as little as possible, and you want to be able to take over the property and get it rented and make some money so you can make mortgage payments. Well, the lender's first thought and first concession is saying, forget it. There's no way the committee would accept a no money down purchase, and thank you for coming in, but maybe better luck someplace else. This is where you take out the pictures. Remember, we took the worst looking views that we could get. You spread them out on the lender's desk and say, Mr. Lender, here's what your property looks like right now. It's a disaster. It's falling apart, and it's going to get worse because, unfortunately, the bank just doesn't have the time and the people to police it, fix it up, and get it rented. This is what I will do for you. I want to fix it up at my expense, get it rented, and yet I can start paying mortgage payments that you can work out with me. Well, the lender said, tell you what, I'll talk to the committee when they meet next week and get back with you. The next morning, the lender called Tom back and said, I think we can work something out. Come in and let's talk about it. And sure enough, they did, and Tom was able to get the property. But what if you fail? What if you can't get it? Find another lender with a better attitude. There's a lot of lenders out there that somebody should be able to be willing to at least talk to you about it and work something out. Present the same property. There's no sense in researching another one. You know this is a good one and it'll work for you. If still no go, then fine. You may have to look for another property because there's usually quite a few of them that are going to be available in your immediate area at bargain prices. One rule, don't give up. Unfortunately, not all lenders are hungry, even though they should be with the millions of dollars worth of real estate they're sitting on not producing income. But that's the way the business goes, I guess. It's a year later now. Tom's done pretty well. He's found himself a job. He's able to put away some money. He can afford to move out of the rental apartment building into a home. It's probably going to be a rental for a while until he gets enough equity to buy one. But in the meantime, he has kept this property. He's built it up. He's kept increasing his rents each month as best as he could. But the important thing is he did not give up. You know, it's harder to give up when you are in a financial situation than it is to keep plugging it away at it until you get out of it. So after 5 years of ownership, going into his 6th year, the property appreciation has greatly increased the value of the property. Even though property is slow in some years appreciating, this one has been able to do it, and most properties properly selected and managed will. Looking at page 2 of the new analysis based on 6 years of ownership, or 5 years of ownership, he now has over $50,000 equity in this property, and it's throwing off a cash flow to him of over $6,000 a year. So what does he do now? Well, he recognizes that real estate is the one sure way to secure his financial future. He starts looking for additional investments. In fact, he takes the $50,000 equity that he has in his present property and buys one at least twice the size of the one he already had. He expects that within 10 to 15 years, maybe a little longer, he'll be able to earn enough money off his real estate investments, almost guaranteed every year, that he can quit his job and live the kind of life he was always hoping to. Real estate has to continue appreciating because there's no more land being made. What we have is all we're going to get. And real estate offers you 5 ways, as you can see here, of creating wealth. Cash flow. Your tenants are paying down your mortgage for you each month. Property has to appreciate, become more valuable. You can use a little bit of your own money to acquire a large piece of investment property, dollar value, so you're making money on other people's money. And finally, there's still tax shelters available where you can keep all or part of your income, at least year 1, tax-free. But you must know what you're doing. Take a sound course in real estate investment. Practice what you learn. Do it well. I'm not talking about the get-rich-quick overnight programs. I'm talking about sound real estate investing such as we offer in investmentre.com, our website. Check it out. See what you can do. I think you'll be amazed at the possibilities. Our website is filled with free tips, investment information, details on our courses, and testimonials, much more. Take a few moments to look at it. It could be the most important few minutes you'll ever spend in your entire life. It certainly was for Tom Walker. Now is the best time to take control of your financial life, and we can show you how you can do it, to be able to do the kind of things you've only dreamed about. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you on the next video.